sit on the brink of elimination. A lot of questions surrounding the core of this Golden State team, which continues to age and which might lose KD this summer to the East Coast. Andre Iguodala stressed that win or lose, he would be around for one last ride.
You know, I'll be here next year for sure, and I'm pretty confident that you know, we'll have our core back, and we'll try to make another run at it. But you know, our key right now is to focus in on tomorrow's game and the things we can do to try to keep the season going.
All right, Nick, let me ask you, what do you think about this Warriors dynasty? Is the dynasty on the line tonight?
Early, for sure. Now, next year they come back and win the title. You're allowed to lose a championship during a dynasty and have the dynasty keep going. The Warriors, we don't talk about this dynasty like it started 2 years ago. We talk about it in 2015. They lost in 2016, and it's still part of the run. But when you watch this team right now, a lot of us, myself included, have said they lose Kevin Durant, they go into next year still as the favorites in the West. And by the way, Vegas has them as the favorites to win the whole thing, big favorites for next season. But when you watch them in the fatigue and the lack of depth and the way these 5 straight 100-game seasons are wearing on them, do you really look at them and say next year is going to be their 6th trip to the finals? Next year they're going to break their own modern NBA record? And if KD does leave, reinforcement's not coming. You know why Iggy's coming back? For a number of reasons. But there's 17 million of them specifically.
Oh, okay.
That's his money. He's got 17 coming to him. Draymond's got 18 coming to him. Clay, unless the Warriors are out of their mind, they're going to max him. He's got 30 million coming to him. And Steph's got 40 million. What's 17 plus 18 plus 30 plus 40? Jenna, you told me this morning. It's 105.
That's what I said quickly without even thinking.
105. Salary cap's 109. I'm just assuming Sean Livingston's going to retire. He's got 8 million coming to him, but he might retire, leave it on the table. There's no way to have this team demonstrably be better next year. It's not no light years ahead move.
Well, who do you think's coming out of the West next year?
Well, I mean, I got to see what everything happens.
Well, let's do this. Denver's coming back. They're one of the youngest teams in the NBA. San Antonio is going to be a fit for someone just because of the way they do things. LeBron is going to get someone in Los Angeles. The Clippers might have Kawhi.
Don't they get to be the favorite?
Portland.
But you still think all of those teams have the same shot as the Warriors coming back next year without KD?
You got to get through 3 rounds. The wear and tear is going to be totally different. So I'm going to tell you what they don't want. Even if they do get to the finals, they don't have anybody on their roster that can stop Kawhi. So no matter where Kawhi is, they don't have no answer for him and KD. They've been practicing with KD the last 3 years. They ain't got nobody can stop KD. So if KD happens to go to the Clippers and or the Knicks, so even if they get to the finals, yeah, the dynasty is in jeopardy. Yeah, I mean, their best they got a better chance of winning this year than they do next year.
Even down 3-1, because as you would say, they've already, you can look at it as they need 4 wins, but to win the championship, you need 16 wins, and they've got 13 of them already.
Yes.
They've got the first 3 rounds and a quarter of this series taken care of. I don't want to just push to the side where Kawhi goes. Kawhi gets to be the favorite. Unless he goes to a nothing team, which he won't. I mean, I guess if he went to the Knicks totally by himself. Why would we look at what Kawhi's done in Toronto? And if he goes to the Clippers...
So if Kawhi goes to the Clippers, do you think the Clippers would come out of the West next year?
Well, I'm not ready to make my 2020 NBA Finals predictions yet.
I'm just trying to put it up against
what I'm saying is that if Kawhi goes to the Clippers, we'll see how the rest of free agency plays out. They have other money to spend.
We saw the Clippers win 2 games against the Warriors without Kawhi.
This is, to me, the NBA is a I always say it, and it's frustrated me a bit over the last decade that the rules have changed a bit. But you know what usually determines it? Who's got the best guy? And whoever has Kawhi next year will get to say whether it's true or not. We got the best guy. But the question is about the Warriors dynasty. If you go back-to-back years without winning a title, the dynasty's over.
Even if you get to the finals?
What? If
the Patriots went to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row?
Football and basketball, dynasty rules are different. And again, these rules are not written on a tablet
you made
anywhere,
up the rules.
but I believe these are the accepted rules. The Bulls get a special rule because Jordan walked away in the 2 years they didn't win a title. The Spurs dynasty is the hardest one to talk about because they didn't win ever back-to-back. If the Warriors lose this year and don't win a championship last year, then we look at the dynasty as this 5-year run.
Yes.
And so that would mean it ends tonight. We have to see what happens next year to determine if it actually ends tonight or if it temporarily ends
The point
tonight.
that you made as far as them already losing once in this era, that's what makes it stop with the second one. Also, as a dark horse, be careful, Jenna, New York City. Kawhi Leonard, I believe their chances are better than the less than 10% that Nick Wright gave him a chance. Also, Chris Mannix, who talked bad about the front office of the Knicks, I believe their front office is a lot better than what he talked about. I believe they have a shot to land Kawhi and KD. Like, they're going to get a meeting with Kawhi. And if we believe that KD is already in New York, imagine those two players playing together. You think Golden State's the favorite playing against them? No, they can't be. I don't care what Vegas says. And they don't need a whole bunch around them. But that's a real possibility.
In my opinion, the dynasty ends when they don't get back to the finals. Okay. I think that's the best way to say it. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Coming up, what do you expect from KD tonight if he can go? That's next on First Things First. Why is everyone
because you just dropped, I'll let you do this talk for 10 minutes, and then